Hey guys, so this is Road to Completionist Cape, episode 1. Originally I was going to call this Road to 2496 total, which is max total, but then I decided, since I'm going for, high ranks and a lot of skills, I might as well go for the Completionist Cape, so I can train, melee most efficiently. So, I tried to do this commentary before, but it wasn't that good, so I decided to redo it. So there's going to be a few clips after this that are a little outdated, but I'm pretty sure you'll still get the general idea. Okay, so currently, I guess my temporary goal would be to get the rest of my 1299s at once. As you can see, I already have rune crafting and fire making pretty close to 99. So I'm just going to be doing the shattered rocks and then maybe with a few XP lamps in the middle so I can spam the chat box. So as you can see in the background, I'm currently just training some defense because I want to break my total record for XP in one day on rune track. My actual record is like 4.5 million thieving, but obviously I made my rune track account much later than that, so it's currently like only 1 million rune crafting, so it shouldn't be that hard to beat. And this steel titan, this iron titan is pretty awesome. I forgot like how useful familiar was when I was using the abyssal titan for attack experience. So as you can see, I'm using summoning potions instead of special restores. So you can see I'm like just spamming up all the experience. It's pretty awesome, yeah. So the topic I'd like to talk about for this video is the combat beta, and I think first of all that there are two main areas that this combat update is going to be changing, and that's going to be special attacks and equipment stats and balancing. So the first issue is special attacks. So right now how special attacks work is some weapons have their own unique special attacks, and I think that's a good thing because this gives items, certain items, a value that they normally wouldn't have. Like two examples are the AGS, because without the special attack it's literally the same thing as every other god sword out there. So things like the AGS would lose their value with the new update. As you can see, I have the BGS, and it's currently the cheapest, so I would say that the god swords are probably all gonna fall to about a little higher than the current price of the BGS. And another example is dragon claws. Like people normally didn't use claws at all because they were just so bad, even worse than daggers, until obviously the dragon claw with the special attacks came. But even now people don't use the dragon claws for its primary attack, they use it for its awesome special. So like tormented demons wouldn't even be worth hunting anymore because the claws would be essentially worthless. Also, from what I can tell, in the action bar there are going to be a lot of low level abilities, so as you can see right now, all I really have to do is use a special attack with the Bandos God Sword every once in a while, but it seems like we're going to have to be spamming special attacks like this in order to even get the same amount of experience rate as right now. So AFK methods like these things, Dagonoffs and Sentinels, aren't really going to be as good as they used to be. And I do know that some people think that this makes the game better because combat will be more exciting, but I think they're sort of missing the entire point of RuneScape. In my opinion, by this point PKing has already been ruined so much that it's not really playable, and if you do want to play, you're just going to be using cheap tactics like rushing and then teleporting, or using Storm of Armadyl. So, I mean, if you're really looking for something exciting, play something like Call of Duty or even just any crappy, cheap first-person shooter you can find on the internet. Because RuneScape isn't really for excitement; it's for like gaining ranks, making friends, playing for 40 hours at a time. Okay, and the second major part of this update is going to be the equipment rebalances, and obviously for years people have been asking for Jagex to buff the underpowered range and mage in PvP, and as far as I know, in the combat beta, the stats of virtually every item is changed. Also, most armors now give boosts to life points, like how Torvald Bonfire fires do. And in my opinion, this is not good, because this is simply too much of a change at once. And for days, maybe even weeks, in Slayer, PvP, PvM, people are going to have problems with figuring out the best equipment setups. Obviously, if you're looking for the highest tier items, like Bandos and Torva, those are going to be staying as the best. But what about, say, Rune versus Granite? I could see some changes there. And another difference would be the fact that you have to use specific attack styles now. Like, in general for Slayer right now, you can go with this general setup, you know, Bandos and a Rapier, and you should be able to do well on pretty much every task. But now Jagex is going to be increasing the effects of, say, fire, of say, magic on demons, so it might become more worthwhile to use magic on those tasks. And in my opinion, I guess that's okay to give Slayer a little more variety, but obviously some people like me already have a pretty stretched bank space, and switching all that armor would be pretty annoying. So in conclusion, obviously my opinion on the combat beta is negative. In fact, there's even a Rune HQ poll in which pretty much 50% of people state that they don't like the combat beta. Let me pull that up. So yeah, here's the poll. As you can see, like, when they ask what do people like about the combat beta, 49% of people do not like a combat beta, and that's way more than anything else that people like. So, I mean, Jagex is probably going to be changing some stuff, but they're still going to be implementing this, which I think is going to be bad for this game. I hope that by the time it's released, I'll be done with most of my combat and Slayer training. So if I really do want to train, I'm not exactly obligated to. So this wraps up the part about the combat beta. From here on you might see a few level ups, like I'm probably going to be showing a level up of defense and crafting, and there's also going to be a clip with some other level ups from before I recorded this. Okay, so I'm done with about 7 hours of masturbating, and almost have 98 defense by this point. I've already calculated my combat stuff, and I won't have 138 combat until 99 defense, so I guess it sucks, but you know, it'll be pretty cool. I get 138 combat and max cape at the same time. I did change up my setup a little, and it's mostly for AFK stuff. I got rid of the prayer renewals, because those things are a huge pain to manage, because you're never really sure when they're run out or something. And I also got this aura, vampirism, and it's awesome. I never had a use for it before, but I realized that with this thing you would even have to toggle soul split on and off. You can, you know, it's just way more AFKable, and I'm able to like leave the computer for the full 5 minutes and still be able to keep on going strong. And there we go, 98 defense. No, final stretch, 1.2 mil XP, and that's the end of this clip. Wow, I just listened to what I just said, and it's really, really lame, and I messed up a lot, but whatever. Since this was an update video, I guess I should be getting a few levels. First, let's pull out one of these beautiful babies. Never got a chance to abuse these guys until they were nerfed, so I'm really thankful whenever I get one. Hell yeah. Look at all his XP. Wood cutting. Free mining experience. And now we're gonna spend it on the shittiest skill in the game, because you can't AFK it. And there I'm halfway done with the skill. Pretty awesome. I don't think I unlock anything. Let's see. Nope, nothing. Oh well, next up, I guess. Oh, I can't teleport out of here. Ooh. Almost at 300 million total XP. So I bet you can probably tell what level I'm getting by now. At this point, tokens don't really matter to me anymore because I don't want any more chaotics. And let's see, 71282. There we go. 69 experience left. So let's get 69 experience. And there we go. 2380 total. I don't think anything is unlocked here either. Oh, nope. 2 pointless unlocks. Oh well. So I guess this is the actual end of the video. Oh, and for the last part of the video, I did finish the quest, Ritual of the Maharat. I was going to record the final boss fights, but then I died about 5 times in, and I realized that it was really boring, so I decided not to do it at all. But yeah, I am done with pretty much the hardest quest in the game, and there aren't really that many hard quests left. So with Storm of Armadyl, I guess I could be doing a lot more PVM in the future. And this concludes this week's episode of Road to Completionist Cape. If you liked it, please like it, and bye.